everyone out there in YouTube land. I'm the Scent Maven. Welcome back to my channel, Shopping and Scents. So a different change of scenery out here today. Decided to film from my car. I have a really strange story for you. I'm kind of freaked out about it. Yeah, so I don't even know where to start with something like this, but basically, for no logical reason or explanation, my hallway has been infested with flies. So yesterday, which was Sunday, when I went to leave to run my errands, I left my apartment, I closed the door behind me, and I was in the hallway, and as soon as I turned and closed the door, I realized I was surrounded by hundreds of flies. They were everywhere. They were buzzing, and I've never seen that many flies. I've never been in a confined space with that many flies ever. They were just all over. Now, there are no windows in the hallway. There are 3 glass panels that look like windows in the door, but they do not open. There are no windows, there are no holes, there are no screens, no screen doors, no screen windows, no place where the flies could have gotten in, no odor of rotting anything, no origin of where they could have come from, no place where they had gathered in mass. They were just distributed all throughout the hallway, and they were buzzing and flying around my head, and I was freaked the F out. I felt like I was in the Amityville Horror. You know, like that scene in the Amityville Horror where the priest goes into the room to bless the house, and he's surrounded by flies, and he hears somebody tell him, "Get out." And then something or someone slaps him in the face. That didn't happen. But it was just flies everywhere. So I took a picture of the flies on the glass panels of the door, because that's where I figured you could see them best. I snapped a quick picture, and then I just ran for the front door, opened the other door. I have a glass door and then I have a regular door. Opened both doors, propped them open, and just let all the flies out. Mostly they flew out, but some of them stayed. I had to go back in and kind of like tap the areas where they were and get them to all fly out. I sent a picture, which I'm going to insert here, of the flies on the glass. I'll show you. I sent the picture to my landlord. This is what the picture looked like that I took, that I sent her. Okay, so after I sent her the picture, she said that she would talk to the workmen that were working on the apartment below me and see if she could find out what the origin was or what the deal was. I was kind of kicking myself after the incident happened, because I don't think she could tell by that photo the enormity of the amount of flies that there were. I thought that I should have taken video, but I was really just so creeped out because the buzzing and just everywhere. So yeah, she said she was going to look into it. I didn't hear anything back from her. So then I went about my business for the day, and then I came home and everything was fine. There were no flies. Everything seemed okay. So I thought, okay, this was just a really weird freak occurrence, and that's the end of it, right? So now a little bit about the origin story before I continue. My neighbor downstairs, my elderly neighbor downstairs, recently had a stroke that put her in the hospital, and subsequently she developed dementia, and she was transferred to a nursing home where she's going to stay permanently. As a result of that, the landlord is cleaning out her apartment. So for the last 2 weeks, there have been garbage bags and stuff piled on the side of the house and waiting for the garbage men to collect them. The garbage, I don't know what was in those bags, but they were smelly. And there was like bits of furniture, but mostly garbage bags. The garbage men took the bags away a few days ago. All the time that the garbage was there, I never saw any flies. I never saw any bugs. It was just an odor. Now, this was multiple days later, and in my hallway, for no logical explanation, I'm surrounded by swarms of flies. Now we come to today, Monday, getting ready to go to work. This time I have my backpack, my purse, and Malcolm, my dog, on his leash, and I'm getting ready to leave for work, not thinking anything about what happened the day before, and put it all behind me. I open the door, I turn around, I close the door behind me. Again, I'm surrounded by swarms of flies. This time, worse than the last time. Even more flies. So I put my dog back in the apartment, and this time I decided to film. They were buzzing all around me. They were flying on me. They were just everywhere. So this time I decided to film. But it's dark in the hallway. So I had to search to put on the light. And my hallway, it's not just like flipping a switch. I'll show you the hallway later. There's a bulb hanging from the ceiling, and it has like a little pull thing, right, to turn it on. But there's a switch on the wall. If the switch isn't up and you pull the thing, the light won't go on. The switch has to be up in order for you to pull the tab and the light to come on. So it took me a few seconds to, I pulled the tab, the light didn't go on. I had to look for the switch, turn the switch on, then pull the light thing, the light came on, and then I took some video of these flies. And I sent it to my landlord. I'm going to show you the video now. I'm videotaping the incredible amount of flies that are in the hallway. Swarms of flies. So again, I did the same thing as last time. I opened the door, I shooed all the flies out. I got, I had to go back in, tap the walls, tap the sides of everything to get them all out. I can't figure out where they're coming from or why. But it's extremely creepy. Even when I was telling my friend about it, she was like, that's really creepy. The landlord said she talked to the workmen. I still haven't gotten an explanation as to where the flies are coming from. I went to leave my apartment this morning. I saw one of the workmen, who I had never seen any of them before. I tried to talk to him. He didn't speak English. He only spoke Spanish. I tried to remember what Spanish I could from the years that I took Spanish, but I don't remember any of it. And I told him, I showed him the video, and he's like, oh, maybe the garbage. And I was like, no, it can't be. And now I'm waiting for an explanation from my landlord. This is 2 days in a row. Hordes of flies for no reason. Now, I posted a picture for you guys on my community tab in my YouTube channel. Some people said maybe the apartment is haunted. Now, if the lady downstairs, God forbid, had passed away in her apartment or something like that, I could understand. Some people said, maybe it's something dead in the walls. There's no odor. There doesn't smell like there's anything dead. The flies aren't collecting in one particular place. They're just everywhere. I'm afraid that one day tomorrow will be the third day. I'm afraid that I'm going to open the door. There's going to be so many flies, I'm not going to be able to leave my apartment. So I am going to go home now, and I'm going to show you guys the hallway, and you tell me where you think they're coming from, because I can't figure it out. Okay, so I have an update for you guys. Went to pick up Malcolm. I heard back from my landlord. Guess what? She says she spoke to the contractor, and he says he doesn't see any flies. I said to her, did you send him the video? She says, yeah. I said, that's not enough proof that there are flies or were flies. He doesn't see any flies because I let them all out. She said to me, tomorrow, if there are flies, do not let them out. Keep them in and call me, and I will come down there with him, and we will look at the flies ourselves. I just got home, and I'm not even going to open the door. It's already full of flies. Full of flies. Full of flies. Do you see this? Full of flies. So I'm going to call the landlord now. Tell her about her flies. I'm not opening this door. Look at this. Okay, so I'm not going in until the landlord gets here. I just called her. She's on her way. And if this is what's in here, I don't even want to know what's in the other room. Well, I'm glad I got proof now. She's gonna see for herself, and I want to see what the answer is. I want to see what the answer is to this, to all these flies. Do you see these flies? I want to see what the answer is. Okay, so the landlord was here and the construction guy was here, and apparently we solved the mystery. So the mystery is that the flies are coming from the construction that's going on downstairs. The mystery that continues is we don't know how they're getting from downstairs into my hallway. And while we were inspecting, some of them are now in my light fixture. My landlord asked me if I could spray some bug spray, and I said no. I don't feel comfortable doing that because I have a dog and it could be toxic to him. She's going to call an exterminator, and they're going to exterminate downstairs, I guess, where the flies are emanating from. So apparently they're originating from an area that's right behind a door that's always locked in my hallway. But somehow, some way, they're getting in. But at least now I've proved that I am not crazy. So I'll show you guys the hallway so you can see. Wow, they really tore this place up down here. Yeah. So this is the door of my apartment. I don't want to lock myself out, so I'm going to grab my keys and I'm going to tuck them in my bra. So when I open this door, when I open this door and I closed it behind me, you can see how dark it is in here. Now we don't see any flies right now because we let them out. Who let the flies out? Who? No, I'm sorry. So it's not funny. So I have to go and put on this light bulb, which I think the switch is on. Okay. So here's the light bulb, and there is nothing. Here's this is glass, but it doesn't open. So there is nothing in the hallway. There used to be this bucket here. It has salt to melt snow. That's the only thing that stays there. And in this hallway, there used to be old air filter things and a bunch of stuff that they kept in this hallway. I guess the other tenants didn't care. I asked the landlord if I could get rid of it. She told me I could throw out everything except the flag. But she didn't take the flag. She just left it here. So anyway, there's no windows. There's no way for the flies to get in. Over here, I keep my little inspirationals. For you guys that thought it was an evil spirit. See, I have my crosses here and stuff. And then I clean this area, because this is my area. It goes up to my door. This, that goes down to that door that is never open, that's on them. I don't know how it's... Is there a crack over there? Maybe it's coming in through there. Who knows? Who knows? So it's a good thing that I did take my keys, because the door did lock behind me. Anyway, so the verdict is, the exterminator is coming tomorrow. If there are flies in the hallway again tomorrow morning, she told me I should let them out. And hopefully the exterminator takes care of the problem. Anyway, but thank you to all you guys who commented on my community post, who thought it was an evil spirit or whatever. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see what's no, it's not. It can't be. So anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Shopping and Sense, and I will see you all in a future video. But until then, goodbye everyone out there in YouTube land.